I understand it now. I understand it now. I fucking understand it now. Hey everyone, this is me, Charles Besses. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to talk about the marketing lessons hidden in playing chess, which is, if you don't know, chess is a very strategic game. It requires a lot of patience, a lot of foreshadowing, a lot of strategy, and I basically took chess, discipline of chess, right, which is all of those things that I just listed, and I implemented them into marketing for courses, right, specifically for course creators, digital info products, and all of the stuff. Because honestly, this is something that a lot of people need to know about. This is a very important factor, and it all comes down to the long term, which it's like very, very essential, and a lot of people ignore it. So let's just get straight into the video. What do chess and marketing have in common? It's strategy, patience, and knowing when to strike. And most people treat marketing like checkers. It basically random moves, hoping something works, and the best marketers, they always play chess. And this is always going to be like that. There's always going to be the 80% of people who just don't know what they're doing, hoping that something works out eventually. And it's the 20% of people who have a strategy, they know how long it will take, and they basically do not act on emotions. They basically know what's happening. Even when something is going bad, they know exactly why. And so this is what you need to strive for. You need to become this 20% of people who know exactly what's happening, why is it happening, and what should they expect. They basically think 5 steps ahead, set up their moves strategically, and know exactly when to go for a win. And nowhere in this, nowhere is this more true than email marketing. Like, email marketing is all about strategy, and I will explain why in actually down below, down further. So, where each email is a move needle or a move leading toward the ultimate checkmate, the conversion of your audience. And in this video, I'll break down how to apply chess strategy to your marketing so that every email, every campaign, and every funnel moves and brings you closer to the win. So, and if you want a proven system to maximize your core sales using strategic automated marketing, check out my website for the profit flow system. It's basically a step-by-step framework designed to help course creators scale their revenue by 30 to 50%. If you want to check it out, go, the links in the description. And yeah, so the problem is that most creators market without a strategy. They basically send random emails, they post inconsistent content, and they just hope something works out or sticks. And it's basically like playing chess without a plan. It's like moving pieces without thinking ahead, like what's the opponent's, what's going to be the next move of the opponent, or where is the game heading. And the result is missed opportunities, lost sales, and just wasted effort, which leads, of course, to low revenue and a lot of burn. And if you, but if what you could approach marketing like a grandmaster, you basically think ahead, you set up your pieces and executing a winning strategy. That's exactly what we're going to cover today. And so the first one is the opening moves, which I like to call, and it's of course your welcome sequence. So it's basically to establish that control, to build rapport, and to just warm your audience for what's coming next. And so in chess, the first move sets up your position. You control the board and prepare for the middle game. In email marketing, a welcome sequence does the same thing. It basically establishes trust and positions you as authority. And here's a welcome sequence that is very solid, and it honestly consists of 4 emails. You of course can go for more, you can go for less, but the whole point is to get the point across, which I'm about to talk about. And so this is how you structure your opening, your welcome sequence. So email one is of course you introduce yourself, you set expectations, and you tease future value, basically opening a loop. Then email 2 is share your origin story, what you do, basically some Russell Brunson here storytelling. Email 3 is provide immediate value, so it's basically it can be a quick tip, a free resource, maybe a free course, right? Something that will just make them say, wow, that's a lot of value. And email 4 is start positioning your offer subtly without making it obvious that you're trying to make them buy something. Tip here is that grandmasters don't play wild opening moves. They set up a strong foundation, and your emails should do the same. Should be simple, straight to the point, but effective and killers. So now we're moving on to the middle game. So it's basically nurturing and setting up the sale. This is what we call tactical positioning. And in chess, the middle game is where strategy comes in. It basically, after setting up everything, this is where you will see how good your systems are working. And basically setting up threads, controlling space, and preparing for the final attack. In email marketing, this is nurturing. It's your nurturing phase. It's one of the most important phases, and it's what's going. It is the phase that is basically going to showcase again, as I mentioned earlier, how effective are your systems. And so when you educate, you build trust, and you create demand before making an offer. And how do you position your pieces in email marketing? So of course, you start with your authority, right? You have case studies, you have testimonials, or you just give industry insights, everything to have that authority positioning. Then you of course start subtly handling those objections because of course what's keeping your prospect away from buying? It might be the money, might be the value that they don't see, and it's of course a lot of objections that they have. So you need to start, of course, addressing those objections. It can be money, price, time, risk, everything, right? You start subtly addressing those objections through storytelling in your emails. And the last one is engagement moves. So you start showing more, how to say, you start just being more active. You can ask questions, you can invite replies, or just get readers involved into what you're doing. The best chess players don't rush, they set up their final move with precision. You need to do the same with your emails. And the last one is endgame, so it's basically making the sale or the checkmate moment. And so in chess, the endgame is where you go for the kill. You've basically set up every piece for the final strike, and it's where you win or lose, or it's a draw at this point. And in email marketing, this is your sales sequence. This is basically you've been working up for this moment and it's ready, you deploy it, and you just see sales coming in. This is basically where you make your move, create agency, and drive conversions. And so, this is again a very simple email sequence. It's a sales one. You can make it, take it, of course, add some, remove some stuff. I would suggest add more, so you know it's a more like more thought well thought or something. So email 1 is the offer. So you basically have a clear, direct, and benefit driven. Email 2 is address your objections. Of course, remember addressing objections is super important. You can do that, of course, with testimonial, social proof, risk reversal. Email 3 is urgency. So countdown, limited spots, fast action bonus. And a little tip, I think those two, it's always like the last emails that get the most sales because again, the last emails mostly are like benefit of urgency and scarcity, which are a lot of like very big cognitive biases in the human psychology. And so that's a lot of people actually who are on the fence, a lot of procrastinators, they kind of get into this trap, right, of psychology and they just buy. And so again, I wouldn't suggest you going for fake urgency and scarcity, but it is a very big factor if you wanna like make most of the sales. Most of the sales will come from the last two. And so the best chess players don't actually waste moves. Every email in your sales sequence should build towards the conversion. And so let's have a small recap. So first of all, marketing is like chess. Every move should have a purpose. Always have a strategic thinking behind every email that you send, every offer that you make, right? Do not just throw random stuff. You're just going to get random results back. The opening is the welcome sequence, right? It sets up the foundation and builds trust. The middle game is the nurturing, warms up your audience, overcomes objections, and establishes authority. The end game, it's the sales sequence. You basically make the offer, you create urgency, and you convert subscribers into buyers. And so, excuse me, if you want a step-by-step system to turn your emails into a high converting sales machine, check out my website for the profit flow system. It is designed to help creators scale revenue without constantly launching or chasing new leads. If you want to check it out, the links in the description. And honestly, thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video.